Hello, everybody. This is Jay Takashi. I'm here to do some One Piece talk, and yeah, and guys, as of recently, the chapter 1054 came out recently. I decided to do this. Yeah, sorry about that. I really decided to do this today because um, I'm gonna have Mandra come on later on. Hopefully, if he stops by. If not, I'll just be rocking this solo. All in all, let's get into it. I just wanted to have a talk about the commanders, the admirals, and the Yonkos. Now, in One Piece, like I said, you have like I said, so you have the Yonkos, you have the admirals, which are are the top guys of the Navy, like literally like the best fighters. And of course, you want to throw Cypher Pole in there; they're more secret, but I think the admirals are more. I think the admirals are more DC based and strategic, and Cypher Pole is just more secret. But but yeah, you like I said, the admirals are like their heavy hitters, and of course you can throw in the fleet admiral as well. But within that certain hierarchy, uh, sorry guys, how do I say this? So pirates and pirates and navy soldiers do not fight the same. Clear to me because they don't train the same at all. And the reason why is because I think pirates learn through experience, through actual fighting other people. I guess throughout their adventures and voyages. Marked not like Roger, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, and we can throw rocks in there too, more often than not, because rocks was wild. But yeah, you have to, like I said, we have to take into account that these systems of power, really establish things to come in a hot come in a way so that their soldiers, aka the Navy, can come up, learning actual techniques, the Rokushiki techniques, the six powers, and the admirals do know that. And I would say the vice admirals do to an extent. I would say like maybe that like one or two abilities. Yeah, one or two abilities I'd say from what I've seen from anime and from manga. Yeah, that'd be about it. And with the admirals, like I said, even though Film Z, I've always said this before. I don't really want to bring it up personally because Film Z is not canon, but within that little tidbit, you saw how they were trained from a young age to use these specific techniques and raise use swords, maybe use guns at a time, and also just being able to really utilize everything in the vicinity of like what a military would actually use, like actual military is training. Now, that helps them contend with the pirates in a sense, or in some sense. I mean, not the father; they'll probably run through the father easily, but like the mid tier and high tier, like they can actually use those techniques, or like take them out with in conjunction with the devil fruit to make it a easy W. Depending on, like I said, it always depends on the person. Like I said, it's always the matchup thing when it comes to One Piece. So that has to be a thing. Also, like I said, Sengoku and Garp literally are probably, I think, the best Marines of their time. I cannot speak about Kong because all you do is hear about him, and that's about it. And there's nothing more that I know about that. And guys, if I forget anything about Kong, just let me know. But from what I remember, there was nothing really major important. Is that he was former Freed Admiral before Sengoku, which means he has some certain degree of strength. But at the same time, we don't know his acolytes. His past acolytes. But yeah, like I said, Sengoku and Garb, they are a tricky duo for me, because within that time period, yes, Sengoku had a devil fruit, but Garp was just like a crazy hockey user. Well, I'll say a crazy art and hockey user more often is what I would say. More than that, and maybe he did have the other two because we never saw his observation, but we did see his art and hockey, him busting mountains back in the day. And like I said, and I think it goes, and I think it can go. It goes without saying that these particular, like I said, these particular men they train, like I said, I think they train and hone their skills to a point to where they can raise it up to a level to where they're just dangerous. And it's become like this thing that I keep hearing that like, the admirals are so weak, or people, or like people in the past, people couldn't really F with them. And I'm like, no, no. From what I'm seeing, guys, I don't think it was ever one. I don't think it was ever one sided personally. I think they had a good enough force a good enough force, but but their spear runners were like Sengoku and Gar, and I keep hearing Suru because she was a part of that group in age. So throw in Suru if you want, because she was a part of that group. But the thing is, like I said, as they get older, like the power dwindles. Clearly, when you're old, even though this is anime, like the main trope for them is always to really, they show everything they got or go all out before they die, and what I'm talking about the admirals, obviously, but Whitebeard's a prime example like this in anime. Whitebeard, we saw everything Whitebeard had to give in his old sick dying age, and what he showed was very impressive. But him going into the war, he was the weakest admiral. He was the weakest Yonkou at that time. Sorry, weakest Yonkou. Now, I've always taken into consideration like the damage that he took, like the stab wounds, the freaking necessary like I said, the wounds that were like gonna like that he could tank, that he tanked, but also the wounds that he literally suffered are like from Akainu, are like just like how the fuck is this guy still moving around? Like he like I said, Whitebeard was not normal. Clearly, because I mean, guys, I technically I am segueing into the Yonko part, but I'm giving an example, and it's just like you can really see how this man really is like this, like the legend that he says he is. But the thing was, like I said, going throughout Marineford, that was just proving the fact that like he wasn't the same way he was back in his prime. And I'll get back into the prime years when I come back. So go back to the Yonko, but yeah, but let me get off this real quick and finish up the admirals. So the admirals literally, like I said, new admirals we have now. We have Fujitora, we have Kizaru, and we have Green Bull. Now the former ones. Hello, Mandro. Thanks for being on, brother. And like I said, yes, like I said, we have Fujitora, we have Green Bull, we have Kizaru. Former admiral is freaking Sakazuki, aka Akainu, but he's Grand Fleet Admiral now. And then you also have another former admiral, which was Aokiji. And if you see the amount of skill they have in their devil fruits, it really, like I said, it's very telling the training they went through in order to become very powerful. Like literally, like I think the old trio, I've always stand by this, and I will stand by it to this day. The old trio was just a much better. And Mandra, I'll come back on camera. Don't worry. I'm just like I said, I'm just warming up a little bit. But yeah, I think the old trio was overall better than the new trio now, personally for me, because I think that they were all low gear types, but I think they all knew how to get the job done more often than not. And I think they just have more years and experience on their belt. And plus they're in their, I'm not in primes, but I think they're past their primes personally for me, because they're like 40 and 50. I think the youngest, goodness, Kizaru's the oldest admiral. After that's Akainu, and then it's Aokiji. Like it was those three. I don't know how old. I think Fujitori's in his 40s. Green Bull might be younger, given his look, but I have to check and look for his age. But yeah, and just recently it got revealed that Green Bull's devil fruit was the forest fruit, which is a Logia, which I'm kind of happy about. But also I would have liked it if he would have not been a Paramecia, but a zone of a mythical zone.
So what now?
Oh no, I was talking about Green Bull's new devil fruit that was
just a Logia.
Yes, a Logia. Yeah, it is a Logia. I was surprised that it was a Logia type, but the thing is, my thing is, if it was going to be revealed as a Logia specifically, it was going to be a solid Logia like Aokiji's, not like gas
Well, it kind of
or
is.
no. It is a solid. That's why I said because trees are solid, ice is solid. It's not. They're not like liquid based forms or gas forms like Smoker and Ace. But or I kind of is more liquid, and so is Kizaru. His
His
is
is just
more.
light.
His is just light, so I
His is
can't.
just light.
I wouldn't know the
So I
substance
mean,
he would be. He would just be probably be. He's particles, so that's the highest
he's
form.
photons.
Yeah, he's photons, but yeah, I know he said they scattered light particles, but they're photons, is what he is.
Yeah, they're
So
photons.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, photons is what it is. Yeah, and like I said, the Admirals, like I said, these abilities they're very useful. It depends on the, like I said, always depends on the user if they can bring out the fullest extent of that fruit. And for me, that's I've never considered the Admirals weak. In Marine Ford, they were not allowed to go all out. But I told people listen to me, yeah, we've seen what they're capable of without Kijin and Akainu. We've seen what they're capable of. If they're allowed to go all out, they can just go crazy. Akainu can work all out with his magma if he wants to without having to kill it, killing his fellow soldiers. Freaking Aokiji can let loose with his ice. Kizaru can just go piki no me crazy like he wants to. So I've never considered the Admirals weaker than the Yonkou, but I think the Yonkous. I mean, yeah, I think they are not slightly stronger. I think they're like maybe a tier. They're extreme. They're extreme diff for the Admirals to be sure. But
Yeah, I don't think the Admirals.
But the Admirals are not supposed to be slept on. At least for me. Now the newer Admirals like Fujitora and Green Bull, I think they're weaker than the old trio. I definitely believe that. And the reason why I will say that they are because I think the amount of DC Kiji and Akainu has, we don't know about Kizari enough yet, but I think the only two who can, like, in my mind, beat a Yonko right now, like extremely to their lives, is Akainu and Aokiji. But they're they're losing a body part while they do it. But they're gonna definitely be able to. I think they can squeeze out a W, but they're the only ones capable. The only admirals former admiral, whatever you want to call it, the only ones that I know will be able to take out a Yonko or take one on full all out are those two. Kizaru, it's an anomaly, so
No,
I can't speak. I can't speak
no.
about
I think the only one who can be the Yonko would probably be
Akainu.
probably, yeah. Now
I got
Aokiji,
Akainu for that.
Aokiji maybe.
I think Akainu could beat Big Mom personally. I really think he can.
I think, and the thing, yeah, I don't. Is he physically stronger than them? No, he's
Physically,
not.
no,
No,
no.
but the
He lacks physical.
combination
He
of
lacks
his
physical strength.
but a combination.
Those two are freaks.
No, when
And
you
so
talk about a
is Whitebeard.
combination, like it's just like with Whitebeard, he wasn't physically stronger than Whitebeard. Like Whitebeard could beat him, and Whitebeard was old and sick.
Right.
He could still beat him. You know, Whitebeard could still beat him. Now the Admirals are not to be slept on. I agree. Are they as strong are they as strong as the Yonkos? No.
Yes. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The thing is, well, Vice Admirals it depends because you got Garp who's stronger than all the Admirals. Right. He's you know what I'm saying, he's stronger than all the Admirals. But Sengoku as well. You know what I'm saying? This generation of Admirals is not as strong as Sengoku and Garp.
Their age, yeah. Well, yeah. I'll say this. I think, hold on. This is my opinion. I actually think Kizaru, Akainu, and Aokiji were stronger than their predecessors. I can say that. I think I feel safe saying that because I think they learned all they could from them, those two. And if they're learning from Sengoku or Gart, then they're gonna be pretty damn powerful. It's just a matter of what fruit you get on top of what they teach you, because Aokiji was under Gart.
Yeah,
we do know that Aokiji was because that's why Sengoku hired him. Sengoku originally wanted him for the fleet admiral position because he think he can get the job.
And so did Gart. Both of them did. They didn't want to because
first I'm hearing about.
Yeah, both of them, Sengoku and Gart, both wanted Aokiji to be fleet admiral. Because remember, Gart retired.
That's what.
Yeah, Gart, because they knew that Sakazuki wouldn't be a good fit for fleet admiral. He's too extreme.
I mean, let's be real. He was about you trying to get the job done, so that's why.
No, but he didn't care how many people he had to do it. People he had to kill to do it.
No.
And that's too
I
much.
agree with you. He
And he was willing to kill his own people for no good
no.
reason.
I do give him shit for that, and because he's a terrible person to me because of that. But at the same time, I tell people all the time, like, listen, this man literally left. Well, went to go kill her. He killed. Listen, he killed a Navy admiral soldier just for being scared.
Yeah.
In the war. But I think, okay, let me ask you a question. You're military, so I'm not trying to use this in acquaintance because you're military.
Mm-hmm.
If one of your guys is scared, would you sit down and have a talk with him, or would you drag his ass back to finish the job? I'm gonna be real.
Not in the middle of a firefight. I talk to him afterwards. But
Okay.
then I make him stay out there on the front. Fuck you. Get out there. Your thing is you don't want to do that, though. I would want to kick him in the ass and make him go out to the front, but if you do that after knowing the guy was scared, that guy's going to be a liability.
You're gonna be a liability, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get him out. Get him off. If we can replace him with somebody, let's replace him. But that guy's a liability, and you don't want that. You don't have time for that.
That's the last thing I want.
You don't kick him in the ass and put him back out there.
Mandrill, I'm gonna let you be in charge for a quick second. I want you to explain what do you think about the Admirals specifically, and then we're gonna go into the we'll get it. I do want to save first commanders last, but we'll get into those. But we'll get into Yonkou's next. But I want you to explain the Admirals for me.
All right.
And what you think about them and which ones you like.
Okay. So the Admirals, to me, the ones that I like so far, well, my favorite Marine of all time is Garp, but Garp never became an Admiral because he kept declining the promotion. They kept trying to promote him to Admiral, but he kept declining it. And it's because the Admirals are direct subordinates to the Celestial Dragons. And Garp hates the Celestial Dragons. He hates them. And he doesn't want to be under their thumb, so he just refused the promotions. But the Admirals, to me, the strongest Admiral, suffice it to say, and I don't like saying it, is a Kainu. I don't like saying it. I don't like a Kainu. He's a dick. Second strongest would probably be Aokiji, and then
Fujitora.
No,
you don't like Fujitora?
I like Fujitora. Yeah, my two favorites are Fujitora and Aokiji.
Okay.
Green Bull turned out to be an asshole, so I don't like him.
Oh, because he's on the coattails of freaking Saga.
Not just that. Look at what he's done. So I mean, he's just a flat out dick. You know what I'm saying? Through and through.
I'm actually glad. I'm not saying I like Green Bull. I'm just finally glad to see him. And the thing is, all the Admirals we rock with, I don't say we rock with them, but I think it goes to like their personality and their drives. And like I said,
he believes in prejudice. So
you'll be able to spot out what type of person that they are, you being military.
Yeah, he believes in prejudice.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit for that.
Yeah, he's a piece of I don't like Green Bull. I don't
like Green Bull for that either. Yeah, because
exactly.
He's trash in that regards. But I've always said I don't have to like the character, but if he can utilize his powers in unique ways, I'll like you for that. But as a person, you're terrible. So I think, like I said, I think it all depends on how the person is in conjunction with the devil fruit, but also I guess we can go into like character. I think character is not secondary in this case, but you see the abilities that they have first, and then along with the personality that goes with it, is what it is.
Yeah, their abilities.
Aokiji is chill, but he's also lazy, so that's why he has the Ice fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, his fruit actually matches him, to be honest.
Yeah, it does.
Just like Kizaru's.
Kizaru is the Pika Pika no Mi.
Mm-hmm.
The light fruit. He turns into light. And he shoots laser beams.
That's the contrast with him.
Yeah.
I said, listen, he's been a character to do things incredibly slowly. Like he even talks slow. That's what I find that funny. Like that's the entire contrast thing with it.
I'm
terrible. Slow in the mind, but I'm fast, physically fast.
He's not even slow in the mind. He just acts like that.
Actually, there's a lot of stoner jokes with him too.
Yeah,
I know why.
Well, he looks like a stoner. He acts like a stoner too. But
he's based off a famous actor.
They all are. All three of them.
All of them are.
All three of the previous generation. So is Fujitora.
I don't know about Fujitora.
So is Fujitora. He's based off Osadoichi, the blind samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Green Bull, I don't know yet. I know he's based off of an actor.
He definitely looks like Japanese somebody, though, right?
He's based off of a famous Japanese actor. I forget the guy's name. But yeah, Oda has confirmed that. But yeah, these guys. He shows up at Wano, and my thing he said, I'm gonna get. He's told directly, don't start a ruckus, don't fight
Mhm.
anybody, don't fight anybody, don't start up a ruckus. He goes right over there and does the exact opposite. All right, cool. All right, cool. You want to do that? All right. You asked him for the heart life, but anyway, yeah.
He
The
did
Admiral,
come.
the,
I'll
the
give him credit. He
Admirals
did fly to Wano with a daisy. I'll give him that.
doesn't matter.
That's also kind of funny to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
The thing is, bottom line is the Admirals are not as strong as the Yonkou. We know that for sure now. After seeing what Kaido and Big Mom can do, it's like, nah, there's no way. Not in a 1v1. I mean, they got too much. They have too much of an arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
One-on-one, I'll say the weaker Yonkos, maybe.
What's the weaker Yonkou? Yeah, Whitebeard, the strongest man on the planet. After him, wait, hold on. Yeah, after him, you got Kaido and Big Mom. You got Red Hair Shanks. Which one's a weak one? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now today you got Buggy. Today you got Buggy. No, Whitebeard wasn't weak. He still fucked him up.
I'm talking about man. I'm talking about if he had a one-on-one with his sickness. Remember that sickness never went away. He still had it.
Right, he was still kicking ass.
Yes, but he had a heart attack, and I think personally, I don't think Whitebeard could last for 6 hours. Personally, I don't think he could. If he went against Akainu that day, I got Akainu. I'm gonna be real, because doesn't have any sickness things to hold him down. It's gonna. I would say this: if he let's be real. Say he didn't have any sickness. I hate to do that. Because he still has sickness. But let's check it out. He had no sickness. He was old. He was just old. Then I see that fight going maybe a day. And Whitebeard, I think either people can squeeze out a win, but with the sickness, it's the kind. Without the sickness, I'll give it to Whitebeard.
The thing is, even with the sickness,
I owe Whitebeard that much based on his feats, not from the past, but like what he showcased.
Even with the sickness, man. Whitebeard flew into what gave Akainu his edge is that Whitebeard flew into a blind rage. That's how he got half his head blown off. He was just in a rage, and even with half his head blown off, he still grabbed the guy and fucked him up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. 1v1. If you put them two on Punk Hazard, like a naked island, and let them just go at it, I still give it to Whitebeard, old and sick. By narrow, I still give it to Whitebeard by a narrow mud. It wouldn't be just a straight stomp, but it wouldn't last 3 days either. No, like you talking about two people who are so powerful that it's like, okay, first one to get the most heavy hits in wins. That's not going to be a long fight. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a fight that lasts a week time or 6 days or 3 days or something. No, it's not going to be that kind of fight. They're just doing too much damage to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like
to me, it depends on, like I said, matchups do matter. Like I said, like let's say if it was freaking no, we're not gonna do commanders yet. We're still doing this real quick, and then we'll get to the commanders in a second. But these fights are so like I actually hate Oda for having these 10-day, 5-day fights because you can't see any of them. When Jinbei and Ace they tied for 5 days. Who had 3 days? It was Jack versus Nekomamushi and Inarashi. That was 3 days and 3 nights.
Yeah, but those two,
they're not weak.
No, they're not weak. And I'm just kind of surprised Jack had so much trouble out of him.
He had some trouble, but they still weren't able to put him down, true. So it goes, so like I said, it's a trade-off there. They're not weak, but they're not strong enough to take him down. Never give him trouble, but not enough to beat him.
Who, Jack?
Jack, yes.
I think they'd have beat him if he didn't have his crew with him.
And we're talking, because when I say 3 days, I'm talking about Zoe, of course.
Yeah, but Jack had his crew with him too. That's what gave him his edge. you have to deal with Jack, who's not weak, and his crew at the same, and the his peoples with him at the same
And the
time.
man
That's
that's no meat fruit.
yeah, that's a lot though. That's a lot to deal with.
Not to mention he has stupid stamina.
Yes.
Well, I'll say this: any mythical Zoan, or it's a mythical, that's an ancient one. Any ancient Zoan has stupid durability and stamina, I think, personally. But Jack has the stupid one that we know of. And so does Queen to an extent, but Queen pissed me off.
Yeah, Queen put he did experiments on himself.
Yep. And tomorrow he modified himself, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, to make yourself more powerful, man. Make yourself more useful.
A laser beam from the mouth is Kuma 2.0, but I know what you mean. I'm not disagreeing. And I guess since we're on the commanders, we can go to them real quick. But I will but before we get to them real quick, let me just answer this real part. I think back then, when Blackbeard was considered a Yonkou, I think he could be beaten by any of the three admirals at the time.
I don't know, man.
Him and Big Mom, I'd say. But
Blackbeard,
Shanks and Kyle are not getting beat at that time to me.
at
Now,
what time?
well, I'm talking about once Whitebeard was dead, but they had the other Yonkou and he got established as one. I think those two could die.
You think Blackbeard and who else?
No. But the thing is, like I said, the Yonkou is getting a leg ripped off or an arm ripped off when they do it.
Here's the thing about Blackbeard. He's way too OP. I don't see any of the admirals beating him. They don't know. There's too much about the yummy, me. They don't know.
I understand that, Mandrill, but he ran away from Akainu. If he could have beat him, he would have done it.
No, he just didn't want to start a fuss yet. I understand. Blackbeard wasn't running because he was scared. Blackbeard is strategic. He's very smart. He's fat, but he's very smart. Very smart. He has a plan. Yeah, he has a plan. He's like, nah, it's too soon to fight him yet. I don't want to start this shit. Let's get out of here. So he just left. It's too soon for this. I mean, he's gonna get him, and it's not like he's gonna be. Just saying, Blackbeard. Reason why he abandoned that fight is because it was strategic. It was a strategy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wanted. It's just like with Palpatine and Yoda. When Palpatine looked like he was trying to run out of the room, he wasn't running away from the fight. He was trying to go to the place that made the fight more in his favor, where the environment was more in his favor. You know what I'm saying? So Blackbeard, yeah, he's not a coward. He's just smart. He seems like it, but it's all intentional.
I'll give that more to Palpatine more than do Blackbeard. Blackbeard is strategic. I'll give him that. I won't put on Palpatine level though. Palpatine level is like I plan this shit for fucking years in advance. Like beyond what Blackbeard did, but I know Blackbeard's still playing for it, and I give him his credit where he do. But for me, it's just like if you beat Akainu, you would have done it.
No.
The Admirals up on him in Marineford, like they weren't busy chasing Dragon or fighting the Warbeard pirates. I say they take him down. But originally, what Oda had said when he actually the plans he had for Blackbeard, he said he originally had him being the strongest over the admirals with the darkness fruit. Originally, that's no longer the case anymore. Well, not now, but like when he said it, there was one interview where he said that, and I was like, okay, but no, he was not stronger than him at the time. He was strong, really, really strong, but all three together, I don't see him beating all three of them. Kizaru, freaking Akainu, and Aokiji, I don't see that. Especially if they're allowed to go all out. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, no. I could not see him doing that. Pre-timeskip Blackbeard, no, I could not see that. No way in hell. I think they.
No, what I'm saying is, he was strong enough to hold off Sengoku at Marineford.
I wouldn't say hold. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely did.
One of his attacks, but not hold. You say hold off.
Yeah, he held. Yeah. When Sengoku, remember, so when Sengoku came with that Buddha shockwave, and he countered. Wait.
The second time he blocked it.
Yeah, because the second time he saw it coming. The first time It came out of nowhere. Sengoku
Right.
came off the top rope on top of everybody and boom. He didn't see it coming. But when they were actually going in that back and forth fight,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And they were there for a while going back and forth. Sengoku and Blackbeard.
I mean, yeah, that
Blackbeard countered with his shockwave.
Punch. Yeah, guard. Last time we see his guard punch. Burgess, who's an idiot that just jumps at everybody. Yeah, he is an idiot. He's an idiot. He jumps all the time and gets punched every time by Sabo, by guard.
Bam!
First of all, his name should not be Jesus. It should be bitch. Personally, for me, Jesus would beat everybody. If he
Jesus Burgess.
Yeah.
He's Hispanic.
I don't know. I think Hispanics are smarter than that, but I know what you mean. His ethnicity. Yeah. But I do agree with you in a sense. To me, the Fleet Admiral is a tier above the Admiral, way above that tier. That's why I don't like. I think you have to be a certain amount of strength in order to get that, to that tier. Because, like I said, Akainu has that position, and I think he is the strongest guy within the Marines right now. Yeah, he should definitely be the strongest overall. And I know we have Fujitora, but what makes Fujitora powerful is the DC. It's his DC, really. The meteorite shit. Like, I think anytime an admiral gets any of their fruits, it's like they're really destructive.
No, I mean, look, it's just the gravity in general. Like, okay, here's the thing.
General, plus, I can summon meteorites when I cut this.
Right.
Shit.
Plus, here's the thing. Let's say he fights the Kainu. He could just lighten the gravity around the Kainu and just hoil him off into the sea where he can't swim, and he'll just drown.
This is so weird for me to say this, but I think you just go into his fuck that. I don't get hiccups, but I think he could just go into freaking his magma form and just liquefy himself. Did I get affected by it? But the thing is,
no, you're still affected by gravity.
He would have to come up and be fucking solid at that point to knock a hit on his ass.
But here's the thing. Doesn't matter if he liquefy himself.
Now, I'm not saying he's watching Fujitora. I will never say that. I'm not gonna say he's watching.
I got you. I think he does.
He's winning the fight, but it's like mid.
Devil fruit, no. Devil fruit. When devil fruit powers, all Fujitora has to do is lift him up off the ground and hoist him off into the sea. Literally, I don't care how much you liquefy yourself. You don't beat gravity. 0G is 0G.
No, but the thing is, Akainu can still shoot attacks at him. That's why I said,
maybe.
Like I said, if he's alive, and I know what you're saying. Like I'm taking everybody's abilities into consideration. But the thing is, I'm going to go in abilities based off the series that they have. What I hate what some people do is when they like, bro, if we give science, we cannot give them abilities that never showcased.
Right.
I can only give off what Fuji did off of
and when he's in Dressrosa, he had half the city floating up in the air above himself.
The rubble.
And he was hoisting rubble at Luffy.
But you know what I'm saying? Rubble doesn't fight back. Like, it doesn't shoot at
right, but what I'm saying is he can hoist up a Kainu
but he can still lift
like
things
that.
Up. And I'm like, because I remember sorry guys, not idiot. Some cat was wilding when he said he could hold down 6 people at once while he beats them. No, he can't do that. He's never shown to do that. One person, but you could be but this is why it didn't work on Sabo. Sabo was a Logia.
Plus he clad himself in haki. Plus he can clad himself in haki.
Yeah.
So I mean, and haki is a hard counter to devil fruits, depending on how strong your haki is.
It depends.
It just depends on how strong your haki is, but it is a hard counter to all devil fruits.
Like for example, if you were to put Smoker or like Sabo in it, like you did before, that wouldn't. Gravity's not gonna affect Smoke. I don't care what anyone says. That does not.
It actually does.
Gravity affects Smoke.
Gravity affects Smoke. Yes.
I can't see that.
Gravity affects everything, even aging. Gravity affects everything, Jay. Everything.
And now after you said aging.
Yeah. Yes. It even affects how fast you age.
When you say that, that's
no, I'm talking about even the gravity that we're in now. It affects how fast or slow we age. Gravity affects everything.
You're talking about real world physics now.
Yeah. Okay. Gravity, and so if we
you meant the series when you said I'm like
no, we hadn't seen that. Just going about just going by the abilities we've seen.
Everybody.
Right. I would say if he uses that gravity power correctly, if he uses that gravity power correctly, I mean, who's gonna beat him? It's gravity. Like, and that was my thing with his power. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's gravity." Well, everybody else is screwed.
Blackbeard is not gravity. Blackbeard
I was
is
like,
darkness.
"Well, darkness and gravity are related."
Yes, but
it's kind of like it's kind of like
Oda played with that.
Here's the thing: it's kind of like magnetism and electricity are related. You know what I'm saying? Magnetism and electricity are related, just like gravity and darkness is related. You know,
I know.
So if he makes enough darkness, he can create a black hole like he does. So it made sense when Blackbeard was making this big ass black hole and just sinking people into it. You know what I'm saying? But then when Whitebeard clad himself in haki, he stopped sinking and came back out of it. So haki is a hard counter to the devil fruits. So that's why I say it depends on how strong your haki is.
So for the Logias, I think so because.
Paramecians too.
No. It works for all, but I'm talking about because the Logias. Remember, when they first introduced the Logias, what came into the story, they could not be beat.
They seemed unstoppable.
Yes,
yeah, they seemed unstoppable.
That's why they said they're the most powerful amongst the categories. They still are. The only one that contends with them, to me, in my opinion, is mythical zones, and that's it.
And even with that, it depends on which one you have.
Well, Marco can't die yet,
and also. Like I said, it depends on which one you have, and what do you have as a hard counter? Because a hard counter to Green Bull would be the Flare fruit or the Magu no Mi.
Clearly,
it's fire. You know what I'm saying? It's fire.
I would be able to one shot his ass.
Right, dude. It's fire.
To me, but
you're wood.
Remember, it's still a fucking Admiral. That's why I don't have that. I don't have One Punch Man mentality. I used to think, well, if he's grass, this is fire. This is Pokemon, right? Fucking critical hit, like super effective.
Well, they've actually showed it in the series. They showed it several times, but the most notable display of this is Aokiji versus Ace at Marineford.
They canceled
when they both did their devil fruit powers.
Right, the blue pheasant versus
the pheasant beak and flame mirror. They canceled each other out, so they were just both Ace hard cancel to one another. They weren't hard counters; they were just hard cancels.
Right,
they just canceled each other. And so it's like didn't matter what haki they used, that was going to get canceled out regardless, because it still remains. That the element range is ice and it's fire. You're like that part didn't change. You know what I mean?
I know, but even to me, I would think fire would be ice in that sense.
Yeah, it canceled out.
But that's what I said because, like I said, if I don't know why Oda did that because, like I said, because having more than one weakness wouldn't cancel each other out. Same with magma.
And I think it's a magma. Oda has said that
it obliterates it. It obliterates it.
Right, exactly.
But I think to me, I don't know if Ace just lost to the fucking heat, or it just wasn't hot enough. Like I said, and we can get into Commander talk now, but we're talking about their fruits particularly. Sabo so Sabo is now called because guys, I am a Sabo fanboy.
The Flame Emperor.
They call him Flame Emperor Sabo, which is really Ace's technique, the fire Entei, which is Flame Emperor in Japanese. Entei, that's what Entei means. That Pokemon, Entei in Pokemon, that means Flame Emperor. Same thing. And the thing is, I'm wondering, did he master the fruit yet? Because you have to get awakening for that. For me, not to know the technique, because that technique is in base, regardless of anything. If you learn how to use it, it's easy. But for me, for what would make Sabo disgusting or make him like a real Flame Emperor to me is if his awakening was the sun, like actually stopping a Kainu out with that.
I don't know. There was a Kainu's awakening.
To me, because magma, because the sun is so harder than magma. Regardless, nothing beats that. Magma never gets to freaking sun temperatures.
No, it doesn't.
The surface
You're right.
Over the sun. Now, when somebody explain that to me, thank you. I'm like, thank you. I'm glad to know that magma is not harder than the sun, or especially surface level, or even getting close to the atmosphere of it, you would burn. In any anime or any movie I watch, when they throw something into the sun, they don't even make it to the surface. They burn on the temperature area of it. The temperature disintegrates them.
Yeah, you burn. You just incinerate. Like long before you ever got to the surface of the sun.
Yeah.
Long before you got to it.
Right.
Long before you got to it. It's crazy.
I'm coming.
But
Hold
it's
on, give me a second, Mandra. Go ahead and explain that.
yeah. Well, I mean, the awakenings is interesting. We haven't seen the awakening of the flare fruit or the fire fruit yet, but we have seen the awakenings of the ice fruit and the magma fruit. Meaning the magma fruit and the ice fruit. Okay, it's what happened at Punk Hazard. There's an island called Punk Hazard where the two admirals of the Marines at the time went all out. They went all out, and they fought for like a week straight. And we see the results where one half of the island literally is on fire 24/7. The other half of the island is snowing.
Snow and ice
24/7. It's snowing in ice mountains 24/7. And there it stays just like that. So that's the result of Logia awakening and going to battle with one another.
I mean, yeah, that's our best guess right there when it comes to the awakening specifically, because I think that was done with their Logia power.
I think that someone who had the Goro no Mi did an awakening on one of those islands. The one island where it's raining lightning bolts. It's raining, literally raining lightning bolts. It's crazy. I can't wait till they go to that place. Like, that's interesting. That island's interesting, and the reason why I say this generation of admirals, I'm talking about Aokiji. Akainu, Akainu, and Kizaru are not as strong as they may have been, because I don't know who the other two admirals were with Sengoku. Because here's the thing, like Garp,
it was him. Well, Garp turned out in position, but let's just say,
I said that earlier.
Time, they were both of similar power or the same tier.
That same tier. They're both top tier, but Garp was still stronger. Like, that's a known fact now.
Yeah,
it is. It's a known fact now that Garp was the strongest Marine.
But Sengoku's not like far behind him.
No. I'm not saying
Garp is slightly. I'll say Garp slightly is what I would say.
It wouldn't be. It would not be a complete wash.
Sengoku's near that tier to me is that his is Buddha fruit. It's still a buffer, even in his old age. I'll still give it to him a little bit, but like, of course, Garp was stronger.
I mean, look at both their careers. Like, Sengoku's big rival was Whitebeard. We know that. Okay, Garth's big rival was Roger, who turned out to be the Pirate King. But that's not the interesting thing. They fought each other many times, right?
And then they teamed up.
And then they teamed up at the God Valley. And you saw, all the Yonkou were on the same crew.
Right.
Garp
before they became top tier.
Yeah, but Garp and Roger teamed up together. If they beat that, even if they weren't at their peak, their physical peak.
More about that too.
Yeah, even if they weren't at their physical peak, I mean, good God, that's too much. You know?
Right.
It's incredible what Garp has accomplished in his career, throughout his career. He beat Don Chinjo, in a 1v1. The guy had a head that could break a glacier. He could break an ice glacier, right? And Garp, with his fist, he broke it. He trained his fist by using mountains as a punching bag. Huh? He pushed in his head. Yeah. It's, so that's for me, I give it to Garp. But okay, enough. My final thoughts on the Admirals and the Yonkou. Yeah, my final thoughts on the Admirals and the Yonkou. The Admirals are not as strong as the Yonkou. There's more than enough evidence now to prove that. It also depends on. Huh?
I do want to ask you this question. I don't want to cut you off in your explanation, but I did want to ask you this question. Do you think they're weak by any means? Weak, like
the Admirals?
Steamroll them.
You talking about the Admirals?
Yeah. Do you think anybody can just steamroll them?
No, not one. Not one of them are weak.
Okay.
They're still scary, strong, scary.
Okay. I'm just glad if you say that because at least you're announcing that they're strong. Because if they're this weak, then it's like. Then why would they pick it out first?
Right, they're stupid strong, Jay. Scary. It's scary.
Aokiji and Akainu prove that.
Yes,
they prove that they're not like pushovers.
Right. No, I don't think not one of them. Even Fujitori and Green Bull, they're not pushovers. They're ridiculously strong, dude. The guy can see Fujitori just pulls down a meteor.
casually brings down.
He just casually did it. And Green Bull he just took out a whole prison full of people.
He's
walking through.
He's got his, listen, he's on this Torterra shit from Pokemon. He's on this Venusaur shit right now, just taking energy and shit, and wrapping people up with Vine Whip on his fingers. So he's on this frenzy plan shit.
Right.
But
now let's on to the first commanders.
All right, we can go to the first commanders. Move on to them. So yeah, I'll start with Sabo. I'll go with him. The commanders are not weak by any means. Oh man, you got my favorite one up. Well, Sabo and Katakuri are my number ones personally, but yeah, so the commanders, you know, they are second to their captain in strength. And they serve and they literally serve underneath. They serve underneath their captain as the right hand man. Hence why they're called first commanders. The second strongest on the crew, and also only the other guy you listen to on the crew that you take orders from, besides the captain. So, like I said, so we have Fire Fist. We have Flame Emperor Sabo now. I love that name. Flame Emperor Sabo sounds so dope. I got hyped when I read that read that chapter this morning. I was like, Flame Emperor Sabo, okay.
I like it too.
I love it too. At least he's got a badass name now.
Yes.
An epithet besides just Sabo. I mean, I kind of want that. Then we have my main man, freaking Charlotte Katakuri. My man, like I think
Charlotte Katakuri.
I was of the mind that he was the strongest first commander. I think him and Sabo are pretty close.
I think well, if you're talking about Yonkou crews, I think he definitely is. I think he's stronger than Marco.
I agree.
Because he let people like Luffy beat him. Like he let Luffy win.
He let him beat him. Thank you.
He let Luffy
listen. If this cup is an indication that I believe Katakuri won, like
here,
and the blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Like he let Luffy win. Come on,
he let him win. To me, he definitely did.
It's not even like to me too, but
once he
not even just to us, but he just. Even his sister came about and asked him, "Yeah, why'd you let him win like that?" You know what I mean? Like he was asked, "Why did you let him win like that?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like everyone else knows.
He was tired of keeping up the facade of that he's perfect. Which, by the way, it's his own undoing. But Katakuri is an honorable character, which surprised me because I never knew pirates to be honorable personally. But Katakuri is the first honorable man besides, I guess you could say, Shanks too. I'll throw in Shanks in there. Yeah,
and Marco.
Marco too. Well, I would say he's just a good son. Like, I'm not saying he's bad and not honorable, but I think he does his duty like he's supposed to. He follows captain. But no. But my thing was, what the heck? Sorry about that. My thing is that, you know, Charlotte Katakuri is one of the best observation hockey masters out. He's the best user of observation hockey, and that's what he.
That we've seen so far.
That's his specialist. Like Itachi, he's a specialist in Genjutsu. He's a specialist in observation. That's what he is. I would say Sabo's a specialist in armament hockey. I would definitely say that when we first saw him. That's his forte. And I put those two amongst the top of the commanders. We haven't seen Ben Beckman yet, so he's technically above them for now. But even then, I can't see him with a shotgun just being that devastating. He needs a double fruit for me.
Well, it's class those bullets in hockey.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, I get that, but them bullets better be faster than the speed of sound they hit a commander.
They might be.
But like I said, I need to see more from him.
Yeah.
But I'll put him. I hate doing that. Putting people up on freaking a tier when they haven't done shit. So I'll put them on top for now, and I'm gonna say Sabo Katakuri right there. They are very close to one another. I don't think one is over the other yet at all. Sabo,
because we don't know enough about them.
No, we don't know enough about.
We don't know about Sabo.
Beckman.
Yeah, we don't know enough about Ben Beckman yet. We know he's really intelligent.
He's really intelligent. And
we know that he's really intelligent.
Yeah.
As far as his capabilities, he's on a Yonkou's crew, so we know he's not weak. You know, he's first mate to red-haired Shanks, so we know for a fact he's not weak. But as far as his capabilities and what he can actually do, how strong he is, we don't know. Shiryu, we still don't know about him either.
Shiryu is Whitebeard's first commander, which I'm glad. Not Jesus Burgess, thank God, because he's trash.
Oh, you hate Burgess, man. I like Burgess.
Bro, I do not like Burgess because
he just walks around laughing all day. That's it.
We get by everybody, dude. Garp, Ace, Sabo.
Oh, it's Garp. Of course he's supposed to get sunned by Garp.
Wait, who else he got beat? Pre-Sabo without his devil fruit, he got beat.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I said before the devil fruit. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's true.
He's funny. He's funny. I'll give you that. But no.
Hating no Burgess like that. We
you love wrestlers. That's why you like him. But
no, I just like he's goofy. You know what I'm saying?
He's silly. That's why I said he's funny. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's goofy. That's what I like. I'm like, he gets smacked around so much.
He does, and he just laughs it off sometimes.
Right.
He gets mad. But like I said, Shiryu, he's your first commander, and rightfully so because he came from Impel Down, comparable to Magellan, and also he got the invisible fruit now, which is awesome. The clear fruit.
Yeah.
That he better give Zoro some comp, like extreme diff comp, because I want Zoro to struggle in that fight. Personally, I want him to, so he can get better.
I don't.
Because he needs a swordsman fight. He has not had a swordsman fight, and I was actually disappointed in Wano for that. Never had one swordsman fight.
Well, he did.
Not against them. Fodder don't count. Fodder does not count.
Well, he beat up on Killer.
And by the way, Wano, those motherfuckers were lame. Zoro could one shot all the scabbards. Dead ass. I'm gonna say that he definitely could have. There was nobody who was on the tier of Kengo, Ryuma, or anybody, man. There, at least give him a freaking maybe Ryuma. I'm giving speculation, but at least like Ryuma's offspring descended or some shit like that, so he could be good, be like a tier above Zoro, and he fights him or whatever. But we didn't get any of that. And
I was interested to see what kind of new techniques and stuff Zoro was going to learn from the samurai, but he picked up on only thing that I see so far. He picked up on Kinemon's flame cutting
Firefox technique, which I was happy that he did that when he first got introduced in the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
He said you learned. He said I learned technique. It was rather easy, of course, because cutting through fire is not hard for Zoro. It's easy.
Yeah,
I guess we could talk about Commander Zoro next at that point. But we talked about Shiryu, Marco. Marco's a good commander, but he doesn't have any attack. Like he can only attack with talent, and I think that's very limiting. That's why I don't like his fruit. Is more of annoyance because he can always come back to maybe annoy you, but he can't defeat you. That's the problem I've noticed because Marco doesn't have a single W, and that really pisses me off personally. I'm really pissed about that because he isn't.
I think he has to fight more like hand to hand. He doesn't. So far that we've seen from the Phoenix fruit, we hadn't seen him like. I thought maybe he could like throw fiery feathers or something like that. It's more of
with the talons, and that's not enough.
Yeah, I think it's more of a utility fruit than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he can heal people and all that stuff.
He's a healer. That's why. I said he's actually the doctor and he's a fighter. But I would like it if he had like some like flame attacks. Because remember, the flames are for healing; they're not for attacking. Because he said it. Rhodes says his fruit has no offensive capabilities, but. It is what it is there. What else? We talked about Sabo, we talked about Katakuri, we talked about Shiryu, Ben Begman. Now I guess we can talk about freaking Rayleigh. Actually, no, screw that. Rayleigh might have been the best first mate ever, dead ass.
Probably, yeah.
I think he was the best. I can say that with my chest held out. He was probably the best first commander ever. But I will say this: a young Wupperling Whitebeard crew tied with Rogers' crew, which is really funny to me. And he said, well, we didn't see what Rayleigh was doing, but yeah. I said, yeah, now we didn't see this. They fought for 3 days and they fucking tied on that island. Nobody really got an edge over anybody. And Whitebeard's crew was undoubtedly younger, way younger.
Yeah,
you check the bug. You're only the young ones on the crew. Oh yeah, Teach was a child. Fuck.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm like, dude, like his crew was ridiculously young, and they were continuing with Roger's crew. Because, like I said, you think if it was a King of Pirates, you'd be able to they could be able to one shot, right? Really didn't go all out. To me, he didn't go all out. He probably was just sparring. But even then, if they were still slightly stronger, I would have think Roger would have took the W. But that didn't happen. And plus, him, Roger, and Whitebeard were pretty much equals. That's the only dude I consider to be Pirate King level besides Roger was Whitebeard. Prime Whitebeard, yes, no doubt. But and also you also technically want to be real. Odin wasn't first commander, but he should have been. He should have been on that tier. I think he was stronger than Marco at that time.
I think he was. I think he was first mate at that time. It was Odin.
Yeah, but
Marco came in.
Now Whitebeard did say the ranks don't mean anything in there. That doesn't mean that one was stronger than the other, like by the number. It didn't go by the number. But honestly, we're going to be real. Then Odin was the strongest on, second strongest to Whitebeard on that crew. I think undoubtedly that's made clear to me. Because I think he could take on Rayleigh personally. I think him and Rayleigh will be more comparable to each other, as opposed to him, Roger and Whitebeard. How you doing, Ann? Nice to see you. We're just talking about One Piece today. How you doing, sis? And like I said, I think Rayleigh really showed us, even bro, old Rayleigh, rusty or washed up Rayleigh, we want to call him. Beat Gear. It's anime only, but he beat the fuck out of Gear 4th. I don't want to hear this shit. Once I saw that shit, I was like, bro, he was probably the best first commander.
Yeah, he did.
Once I saw that, I'm like, dude, I don't care what anyone says. Like, the old dudes can't be underestimated. Of course, they lose power and strength, and they don't hold the same power they had before. But he still beat Gear 4th Luffy. That was anime only, y'all, not manga, of course. But the anime's been filling out some things the manga hasn't been showing, especially in Wano Force. But with that being said. Yeah, the first commanders are not to be slept on. They can, and like I said, they're not bitches. They can go toe to toe with the Admirals. You can't beat them, but they can definitely fight them.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I said, that was shown. I said first commanders particularly because they're the ones that the Admirals they took on the Admirals. Second and third, no way. I don't think so at all.
Well,
like if kind of like let's say we did Cracker versus Sabo. That's a mismatch because of Sabo's fruit. But also, Sabo's a first commander. Cracker's a third commander, and also Cracker's fruit is a disadvantage. It's a bad match it's a bad matchup for him because even if he has an army, he can just blow those bastards away and roast those crackers, literally burn them to crisp, to cinders if he wanted to. So like I said, it all depends on like the matchup amongst these guys and also the utility of the fruit, how good you can utilize it. Because I think Carter Curry is the best right now that we've seen with his shit. Until we see Sabo, I personally need Oda to give me a one-on-one with Sabo, a full all-out one-on-one, maybe against Fujitora or any of the other Admirals. Because technically, I don't want one to get beaten because I kind of want Zoro. I want Zoro to get a W on somebody. Zoro and Sanji, but. If I think Sabo is of the tier of Fujitora and Green Bull right now, but he's not on a Kainu and a Kiji's level yet. He has to fight somebody else strong to get to their tier.
He may be fighting strong people out there. Remember, I mean, what we see aren't necessarily the strongest in the world anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen Whitebeard, who's the strongest man in the world, but are we seeing that still? You know what I mean? Like who's the Revolutionary Army been fighting? What really strong, powerful people are they fighting out there? Who maybe not be in the Marines? We don't know.
Right.
And
like I said, they're strong. It's just a matter of like who you're going up against.
Yeah.
Like someone of your same tier or lower, then they're not gonna get stronger from it. It has to be someone of your tier. That's why I said I personally did this. I think personally, if Sabo and Carter Curry fought, Sabo definitely gets his hockey definitely blooms from that fight. Definitely. Because I think they're of the same tier, similar to Aokiji and freaking Akainu. And they would both blossom in the fight. But I'll be honest, I think Carter Curry is set with everything that he has. Maybe he could get a little bit stronger because he's like 40. So maybe he can get I think he can get an increase. Maybe not significant to their tier, but I think after you reach that 50, you don't get any stronger. That's what I think. I think after that you're pretty much done. But you have everything you need at your utility to be the strongest, except if you're Big Mom and Kano, they're freaks from birth. But like I said, if Conor Curry and Saba win each other, I think they both get a increase in their prospective hockeys or a hockey that they haven't worked on enough. Because to me, I think Cat has everything. Cat has OD fucking ornament hockey that hurt Luffy's hockey when he punched back and forth, he was trying to counter it, hurt his hand, which is another level. What he had, he has OD freaking the best observation hockey we've seen in the verse. He can see in the future for 15 seconds, which I fucking love. I'm gotta be kind-minded for it, but yeah. And he's a special paramecia, and which has characteristics of a Logia there, and also he has awakening. He's disgustingly. That's why I said I think he might personally be the best right now. That's why I'm taking my bias out for Sabo and putting him over him slightly, because for me Sabo would have to have all of that, and plus the hockey bloom in order to be above Katakuri. Like he would need two more classes. He would need 2 buffs to go above him. And the reason why I say, let's say he fought Admirals back to back, like this time, like the one he went against Fujitora again. It's that fight. I think that fight is very different than the one he had in Just Rosa. You would say that, right? Definitely different.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's had the fruit longer, and there's no excuse now. There's no excuse. You got the fruit now. You've had it for longer. You training with it. Let's see what you can do with it. I think that is about even. I think they're around the same tier. I will put Conor Curry around Fujitora and those tier. I think those two reach that level of those Admirals, because I think those Admirals are weaker than the previous trio. That's what I think, Mantro.
Yeah, just because you say they're weaker than
I don't mean trash.
doesn't mean they're weak. Yeah.
And by the way, guys, I want to explain that too.
Yeah, disclaimer for the audience.
Guys, I'm not saying they're trash. They're definitely strong. They're difficult as fuck to beat. But I think I'm thinking about like the experience that I don't think their experience trumps Akainu's, Aokijis, and Kizaru's. That's what I'm saying. You know, Kizaru is a part of the new this trio of 2 new recruits and things like that. He should be stronger than both of them. He's still the veteran above these 2 guys. Plus, he's the oldest Admiral. So I think they are weaker than Kizaru in terms of experience. Their Devil Fruit powers are pretty damn good. That's why I'll be honest, I actually would put Sabo against Fujitora, because I think if Sabo wins against freaking Green Bull, I think Sabo stomps. Because
his fire is a hard counter to the forest.
To the forest, bro. They turn.
Yeah, he's a hard counter to it.
Yeah. So that's what in terms of that. That's why I say Fujitora would be better, because that seems it can go either way. Especially in that fight, freaking Fujitora realized that like this dude is not under the effects of my gravity, and also he can get out of the gravity by going intangible when he flies around, because he's not being bogged down because he's fired. So, and plus he was flying towards him with fire techniques, and of course I think Fujitora was better and stronger at that time, but he wasn't going all out.
Yeah, exactly. And they can't, because they have to protect the innocent. They go all out, the whole city's done.
Now that whole area was a gravity area.
Well, what I'm saying is the whole city is going to be done if the Arabs go all out.
Now,
reckless with it.
I don't Sabo care at that point, because he was trying to take him down. Him and his
no, what I'm saying is like if you take someone like NL, who used El Thor and destroyed an island.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Like Admirals can't go all out with their powers. Otherwise, shit like that would happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Fujitora was going all out.
I think two Admirals we know can destroy an island. Like I said, Akainu and Aokiji, clearly. I mean, they could do it. Kizaru, if you give him enough charge time, I think you can blow that bitch to smithereens. But he's the last one I expect to do that with. Fujitora with his meteor, of course. Because the meteor, you can bash an island like that, easy. Cakes. Green Pool is the only one I don't know about. Unless he's on some Hashirama shit from Naruto, but even then, it'd take a lot to convince me they can destroy an island. We would have to see what his more about his Devil Fruit is what we would have to see. But I think that, like I said, first commanders, I think they're really great for what they have. They can be better and can get stronger, and they have the capacity to be better. Like I said, I think Katakuri and Sabo can prove that to us, particularly in Shiryu. Shiryu can climb up the ranks too.
Mhm.
But it's for, like I said, I'm not shitting on Shiryu. I'm definitely not. If that's supposed to be Zoro's fight before he gets to an Admiral or Mihawk, then Shiryu needs to be disgustingly more stronger than him. Needs to be. Like his struggle with King should be cakewalk for Shiryu. That's the difference I want to see between them, because he's been around longer than Zoro has, and he's older, so the experience and shit, with the sword longer than Zoro. So like I said, the first Commanders guys, like I said, they're really great. Like I said, they have the ability to get stronger. I hope Sabo. I think Sabo. First of all, Sabo's approaching that tier with just the news we heard about what happened with them in Mary Joa, that he was able to get it from 2 admirals, him and the other revolutionary commanders, tells me something about Sabo. Like I think he's approaching that tier because he's been clashing with admirals ever since he got his devil fruit, which means he's trying to get to that Akainu tier. He's got a while to go. He's not there yet. Definitely not there yet. But I think he's of the tier of the current admirals.
Agreed. Agreed. And they rescued Kuma.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. I have no doubt that Yuri Bunny helped out because she was there too.
Yeah, she was there.
And she was trying to help. She was trying to rescue Kuma.
Yeah, she definitely did something to help. But also, this is actually good news, because what I didn't want was Sabo being captured and we do H 2.0.
Yeah, I didn't want that either.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have dropped One Piece for a damn good.
Yeah, I didn't want that either. I mean, it's just, but I'm glad we have creativity. A lot of stuff now is just like, take Hollywood for instance. There are no artists in Hollywood anymore. There are no artists in Hollywood anymore. No one is good at writing. It sucks. But I'm glad to see things like One Piece. That's one of the reasons why I'm so happy for One Piece, is because it's creative. It's creative. He's not rehashing old stuff. No. You know what I'm saying? It's something brand new, and it's still new. He still comes up with new, fresh ideas. He does. Oda does. Yeah, and that's one thing I like about it. You don't see this every day. So, yeah, the first commanders. Can they fight the admirals? Yeah, I think they're about on even ground.
Beat them, but they can go.
Depends on. Yeah, I think they're on even ground.
3 exceptions.
Depending on
Beckman and Katakuri. I think those 3. But
yeah.
Shiryu, I think he gets to that tier where, I'll say this. I'll say this. Zoro and Shiryu will reach that tier, but I think right now Shiryu's ahead of Zoro. And I don't think we talked about Zoro. I think we should.
I don't think so. I don't think Shiryu's above Zoro.
I think I'll say right now, I think in terms of skill, I think he is.
If
he's supposed to, I'll say this because I do not want to believe that Whitebeard's crew is trash. I would not believe that.
No, the thing is, I don't think they're trash. I don't think they're trash.
Then that means I'm just that fight or exchange is going to be very piss poor, disappointing for me.
No, I think they're more so on even ground. I want Zoro to walk through Shiryu. No, the thing is, I think Zoro and Shiryu are more so on even grounds than anything else.
Well, I'll say slightly then. Is that fair to say slightly?
Here's the thing. Look at Zoro's track record. All right. The last time he's had a knockdown, drag out, near death fight in a 1v1 with no caveats was Mr. Yeah, right. Daz Bones, Mr. One. This one he had against King. There were caveats to it. He was on a rooftop fighting 2 Yonkou along with the other commanders. Or along with the other captains, the 3 captains, He was up there fighting 2 Yonkou, and he blocked a collaboration attack, combined attack from 2 Yonkou. He blocked it.
Now, granted, he was kind of on life support at that time.
And after that, then Chopper healed him.
He did manage to get a cut on Kaido.
Yeah, Kaido. Yeah, he could actually cut him, and it's going to leave a scar.
The law did help him on that, so I give.
Well, no, the cut is going to. Yeah, the cut is going to leave a scar on Kaido. He actually scarred Kaido. So he's strong enough to scar Kaido, which puts him at the top tier. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It puts him at the top tier. So, because remember, people can't penetrate.
If you arrange the first commanders, how would you arrange them? In order, based on their strength.
Now,
how would you do that? And I'll say this: go from the last one to the first one. how you would arrange it from weakest
The
to
weakest to strongest. Weakest would be okay. Who we got? Okay, whoever's on Buggy's crew. That's the weakest.
Dude, you can. Oh my God, dude, we really gonna count him?
He's a Yonkou. Buggy's a Yonkou.
Whatever.
Whoever's on Buggy's crew.
All right, go ahead. Anybody stomping him, so it doesn't matter.
Right. You said weakest to strongest. Now here's where it gets tricky.
Stop wins.
Here's where it gets tricky because it has to be between. For me, I think it would be Shiryu, then Zoro, then Ben Bakeman, because I don't know what Ben Bakeman can do.
Okay,
I have to wait on Ben Bakeman
until you see him do something.
Okay. Yeah, I have to pick. So okay, then we'll put Ben Bakeman, then Shiryu, then Zoro. Until we see what Ben Bakeman can do, I have nothing to go on. But Zoro, that was the litmus test, because even Marine Admirals can't pierce Kaido. Zoro managed to, and managed to permanently scar him.
Yeah.
And he blocked the combined attack from Yonkou. See, for a long time, Zoro was stronger than Luffy. This is a fact that people overlook. There have been times in this story where Zoro was stronger than Luffy, even before the time skip. Since the time skip, Zoro has had no challenge. None. At all. No one's came close to him. Except maybe Fujitora.
What I would have liked for him to do,
even if Fujitora was pinning him down with gravity, Zoro threw that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Zoro's been at that level, or he was at the cusp of the admiral level from day one of the time.
Here's what I would have did, man, bro. To add to your point, here's what I would have did. Even though he just jumped to that, I know he trained and stuff.
Yeah,
but I would have. Let's say this. Let's say we go to Whole Cake Island. Let's say you switch out Brook for Zoro. Not Brook. Fuck, who would you switch out with? Let's just say fuck it. Let's just say you had Zoro there. I would have put Zoro against Amande and Smoothie to make him stronger before he got to King.
Yeah, but Smoothie wouldn't have been a chance for him. Been a match for him. She would have been a match. There's just been no one apart from
because remember, at that time we didn't know where he lied before. Because remember, we're talking about before we got to Wano, and we go and he fights Amande first, which is a warm up, and then he fights, and then let's say Luffy still fights Katakuri, but he fights Smoothie. Smoothie is still a swordsman, but he could win by going through what Luffy went through. Like him actually struggling a little bit, but he could beat her in terms of skill.
I got you.
But I mean, yes, it would have been Oda shitting on a woman again because she's the only female commander we have. She's the second strongest over Cracker. Now, I don't believe that anymore now because she's trash and Oda didn't ever show us a double fruit.
Yeah, she didn't even do anything.
She didn't do anything. That's why I said she's trash. But I'm talking about at the time before we knew she was bad. Like I would have had Zoro just beat her. And then like beat two swords on top of that, and then when he gets to Wano, now I can do all this shit everything that you saw he can do. The only person he's struggling against is that Denjiro bastard with freaking Kamazo freaking killer. When he does that for a second, when he does the when
he steamrolls killer. Steamrolls killer.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just nothing. He does one special.
First mate. Oh my bad.
He does one special move and Killer's done. You know what I mean? That's what happened. Zoro did one special move and Killer was done. The result would have been the same. Like Zoro said, Zoro told him that. The results would have been the same. No big deal.
Well, I know because Zoro's arrogant, but we know why.
But it's true because it's true. And what I'm saying is, people overlook that fact. Look at what Zoro has done.
So you have
Zoro is over Shiryu, or at least even. Shiryu, I'm telling you, people have been overlooking Zoro. Zoro's been an absolute monster this entire time, and just a true dread to be around. You know, he keeps it quiet because he is actually quite humble. He lets Luffy have the spotlight because he don't want to be captain. Zoro, you know what I'm saying? He just I don't want to be captain. But yeah, I say Zoro is number 2. Wow. Now, can Katakuri beat him? I don't know.
I'm gonna say Katakuri beats Zoro. Dead ass.
I don't know. My thing is, I don't
That's a
know.
bad match. See, to me, that's a bad match.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't know because it is a bad matchup. That's a bad matchup for Zoro.
If it was like Saba versus Katakuri, I'm more. That seems a little bit more. That's a little favorite in Sabo, but in terms of skill and fighting, I think they're around the same.
I say it's a toss up between Zoro and Katakuri.
Sabo,
Sabo,
who you got? I'll put him in the top 3. Me personally, I would
definitely top 3. Definitely top 3.
I think he's stronger than right now. I'll say this: I think him and Katakuri and Ben Beckman are stronger than Zoro and Shiryu. Personally, for me, Zoro would have to be another first commander, and then I'm like, all right, I'll put him over. I'll put him in the top 3. But Zoro's in the top 5. Zoro's in the top 5.
King was an animal.
Him and Shiryu. Yeah, him and Shiryu.
Yeah, but King was an animal.
Yeah, King was animal, but to me,
absolute powerhouse, man. So
I'm gonna say this. I'd say this is how I would do it. I would do it. You would have give Buggy that fine.
But you said weakest. You said weakest, strongest. The first weakest.
Yeah. I know, but
who's ever on Buggy's crew?
He's fodder.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I say Marco. Then I'd say King. Then I'd say shit. Shit. Am I forgetting anybody? No, I'm not. Boy, Killer. No, fuck that. Hold on. No. Fuck that. I'd say Killer, Marco, King. Who else after that? Zoro, Shiryu. Then I'd say Katakuri, Sabo, then Beckman. That's clear to me.
And keep in mind,
but Katakuri and Sabo are in the top 3 with Ben Beckman.
Gotcha.
And the reason why I'll give Ben Beckman 1 because the later you reveal, the stronger you are. Sometimes that's kind of been the thing. Green Bull, we don't know everything. He's later revealed just now, so he might do some extra shit we don't know about. So let's not say he's trash yet. I'm not saying that.
And keep in mind that
same thing with Sabo, but we don't know how big of a oomph Sabo might have got from Murajoy because the fact that they're calling him Flame Emperor Sabo now, which means besides him being falsified for the murder of Vivi's father, King Cobra, I doubt they gave him that just because of that. He must have did something wild. And also, people need to understand something. This is why the Admirals are getting shitted on, or why they should be shitted on. They're not allowed to go out in Murajoy because of the kings and the people there. They're going to kill everybody there. That's another reason.
Here's the thing:
when Admirals, when they're not allowed to go all out, or they're being restricted, that's very telling. But at the same time, there were 2 of these motherfuckers there, Fujitora and Green Bull, and Sabo and his boys still got away. Kuma, and I'm gonna say they have Vivi with them too.
Yeah, I think Vivi's with Sabo.
With Sabo and them.
Yeah, she's there with Sabo, and but keep in mind that King and Katakuri are about at the same level, and Zoro fought King.
I got Katakuri over King.
Okay, and Zoro fought King with a bunch of broken bones. Zoro wasn't 100% during that fight at all. Like at all, he was not, and then he had to figure shit out. He had to fight against Emma because the sword was taking his haki and just draining it because he didn't understand how to use the sword. But when he figured that shit out, it was all she wrote. And now that he knows how to use Enma, come on, man, you still got Shiryu over him. Come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
No. That's because of future matchup that they will fight each other.
Oh, I got you.
I expect. Okay, this is my expectations, and Oda can write it or not write it, but I'll be really disappointed, and I will shit on Oda if Zoro just rolls through fucking Shiryu. That means that Whitebeard's crew is trash to me. If Shiryu goes down out the way that you made it seem, I mean, I'm not saying you made it seem that way, but like that Mandrill, bro, I'll go and drop One Piece for that. You can't hype him up.
The thing is, I don't think he steamrolls him. I don't think he one shot Shiryu.
That should be like an extreme diff for Zoro. Extreme.
I think it'd be high diff, but Shiryu.
I'm gonna say extreme because he's been around longer than Zoro, and also Shiryu should just be that fucker to teach him how to dodge invisible shit. Another lesson
He
from the
uses, I
learning
mean,
before.
if
He
use your
should be the
observational
toughest one for him
hotkey.
to get to Mihawk, but he should be his toughest one to get to him with
All
that
right,
fight.
I'll give you that. The gate, kind of like a gatekeeper thing.
Yeah, gatekeeper
Gotcha.
thing. Because I'll be honest, I don't think Zoro fights Fujitora until he beats Mihawk or something like that.
I hope he didn't fight Fujitori at all. I hope he didn't have to.
Well, because listen, we actually want Zoro to actually, because I'll be honest, I want Zoro to be the strongest, to be the world's greatest swordsman or strongest swordsman going into the final war. If he fights an admiral, I want him going in with that title, fighting somebody. You're the world's strongest swordsman now, and I want to see how good he is against a admiral now. Finally, well, technically, I'll say this: I think Mihawk's stronger than a fucking admiral. There,
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
by the time he gets to them, those admirals should be above the tier, above the original three. I'm talking about within that time period of when they were strong, which means they should be a lot tougher to beat. Which means this is Zoro's final test for him to beat Fujitora. And like I said, I'm on agreements that we will get Sabo versus Akainu, or we might get Dragon or Sabo versus Akainu, or then Luffy with Sabo. But the thing is, for me, I think Luffy starts to fight Akainu, then Sabo steps in like, yo, let me talk over a little brother. I'll finish what Ace started.
And Dragon versus Emu. Yeah.
Either Dragon versus Emu or Dragon versus Akainu. Because I think Shanks and him only get one fight in the series, and that's it.
Well, the thing is, I think you give Akainu to one of the brothers, either Luffy or Sabo.
I say Sabo. I think Sabo has to be the one to take it down because Sabo can't get a regular dude. He has to fight somebody of significant significant relevance that's against Dragon. And I think Akainu is that guy, but I think Luffy starts the fight and then he comes in. Like I said, I like that scenario a lot more because it's Sabo avenging Ace, carrying on Ace's will by taking him down using. Like I said, people really want to see him Sabo get the revenge, get a revenge with the flare fruit against the magma fruit. People want to see that. A lot of fans want that. Now, granted, I'm not part of the hype, but I believe that it will go down like that. Like his Akainu's awakening versus freaking Sabo's awakening, and that should be the biggest top 5 fight to wait for the end. That should be the top best fights at the end of the series. Sabo versus Akainu. And then maybe Dragon versus Emu. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, for Zoro, for Zoro to be Zoro's in my 5. I do think he's stronger than King now, but that's with the Hell mode. If they fought again, he should get another boost in power.
Who?
Him and if Zoro, to me, it's the same thing with Luffy and Katakuri. Well, at the time, where if Zoro fought King again, it should be easier to see things, but he should be able to get a boost in power again from him. Because I think if he continues to fight a first commander, he'll pass that point. But he is first commander level now. I think he's the closest he's ever been to it. I think he is first commander level.
Who, Zoro?
Yeah.
I actually think he's Admiral level. I'll be right back. I do. I think so. I think he's because I'll be right back because King can fight an Admiral. King can fight an Admiral.
Yeah, fight
and depending on the Admiral, he will win. Zoro just beat him.
You're talking about Green Bull. Yo, fire versus grab.
I'll be right back. I'm talking about just pure skill, but I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. That's rather interesting, actually. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my water. Holy. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, guys. Hey everybody, I'm back. Got my water. So we should be good here. Oh, all right. But guys, like I said, be sure to leave a like for this video, so help spread it around, because it always helps me, encourages me to do more work for you guys. Well, not more for you, because I love doing these videos personally, but if you guys like hearing these type of conversations and different discussions like this, like I said, always like and share it, because achievement, it can always be the best medicine, and so is hard work. Hence the girl that is my picture right now, Marnie. She's a badass god chick with like a fucking badass following. So that's why I got her as my freaking picture right now. And also my freaking account did some bullshit where my logo is not on here, so I have to like add it back to my damn avatar shit so I can make it my main thing, because that is the face of my damn channel. My logo. So hold on. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, Wally, you're back. You want to come in, Wally? Yeah. Oh, there you are. No, Mandra, I knew you were back, but Wally answered some in the comments. But yeah, actually backstage, I do actually want to show Mandro this gun battle, literally, because I think he would enjoy it, because everybody has seen the backstage. But me and Mandro will quickly talk about the chapter, and we kind of like said it in bits and pieces when we were discussing the commanders, the Yonkous, the Admirals, things like that. All I can say now, I'm happy with what I saw, but the thing is, for me now, for everybody knows this, I'm off the Shanks hype and I'm off the freaking Dragon hype until they do some shit, because I like Shanks. I mean, like I said, I like Shanks and I like Dragon, but that likeness has turned into like not bitterness. It's just turned into like a lot of dislike, because what Oda does with these characters. But it's his story, and he can write it the way he wants, and I've always loved him and appreciated it for that. But he's been skipping fights off screen that I'm not a fan of that shit. That off screen shit pisses me off. Really, it does. Because I want to see all these fights. I want to see all these conversations with characters that are not the Straw Hats. Like, I just want to see a really great fight. And I don't want to be Zoro or Luffy. But, yeah, Wally, I knew you were here. But he said I'll be back. Got you. But that's what I'm looking forward to more so in the One Piece future. Hopefully it's done in 5 or 6 years, and then I can not be 40 years old. I got 10 years before I turn 40. Fuck. So, hopefully he gives us some great shit. And this chapter that came out 1054 is the start to the final saga. So like I said, we'll see what this has to offer us. Like I said, I just want Sabo. I really want. Like I said, I want two things. I don't want Boy to be captured by Kobe. Fuck no. I like the sisters to be captured. That would be dope. So I can set up the final conversation for Luffy to go to Mary Joya and take on Emu, which I would love that. And I want Boy to decimate Kobe, of course. Otherwise, females are trash in One Piece. No, they are. At that point. But that's just how Oda writes it with him and women. Don't get mad at me. Oda writes that shit. And I'll say for me, I just want a great fight. I just want a great fight. By the end of the series, and right now also for Sabo. Him versus Akainu, if you're setting that up, then don't skip that shit. Give me all out ridiculousness, losing a hand or an arm. I don't give a damn. I want to see that shit. And also, Flame Emperor Sabo got introduced in the chapter. I'm happy about Sabo's new epithet. I love it. And he does Ace proud. Sparking the rebellion in other countries, joining them, and I love that shit. Sabo's actually doing something. And that's all I really got to say. More often than not. Manager, you have the floor. And then after that, I think we will end it there.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this up. Not enough people talk about One Piece.
They do. You got to find them, and I can give you some channels that people.
There's some One Piece channels that I watch, but for me to have the opportunity to come up here and talk about it and give my thoughts on it is a rare thing. I just don't have.
They're pig-headed. I know.
Yeah, I just don't have a chance to talk about it at all. But
sorry about that.
Yeah, the commanders, they're more rivals for the admirals. The first commanders are more rivals for the admirals. And it also depends on which admiral and which commander. But the first commanders are thereabouts inside the admiral range. You know what I'm saying, of comparable strength. The Yonkou, it's ironclad now. The admirals can't handle them. The only one who can is Sakazuki, Akainu. What? That's it. But other than that, Jay, thank you for having me up here, man.
No, man, thank
you. Really
for
appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming up. Like I said, we don't get to have much One Piece talk, and also I got a girl at work that knows my channel. And she was wondering if we would do some One Piece talk about this. So, and I said that we would do some talk, but next time I'll try to make it about the mysteries.
Yeah, and
that's a longer conversation than this, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, what is the One Piece? It's like in this past chapter, Shank said, "Hey Ben, you think it's time I think it's time. Time for what? For us to go claim the One Piece,
right?" He was going to meet up with Luffy. I'm like, no,
not here to meet up with Luffy. I think it's about to happen now. I think this big war is about to happen now. So
yeah, I hope so. I mean, that's what I'm really waiting for. Like, I want, like people don't understand how much I'm waiting for this. Like I said, I think the Straw Hats have to go against the Latvian Pirates first, and then once that fight is done, they go against the government. That's what I think. But my thing is, please give us Yamato. She can help these other two weak ass Straw Hats get better. Because technically, if Yamato joins, I'll be happy as fuck. I love Yamato, man. I love her character design, love her personality. The only chick for Ace was that chick. We're gonna be real. Definitely. And
what happened to the remnants of the Raja pirates, like Gabon?
Scopper Caban.
Gabon, yeah. Like Gabon, what happened to him? I wonder.
Edmund, they split apart, and also I don't think we're ever going to see Scott Gabon. I don't think we're ever going to see him because we would have ran into him by now.
Yeah, maybe, but
No, we would have ran into him by now. Besides just Rayleigh, but yeah, he disbanded his crew when he said like, "Yo, I'm sick. I plan on doing such and such, and yo, I disbanded the crew. We out, deuces." So yeah, I mean, that's really what it is there on that. That's why he turned himself in. But we don't know much about anything except Rayleigh and Crocus. Those are the only two we've actually met. Bullet is not canon. He is a movie creation.
Who is?
Douglas Bullet.
Yeah, he's not canon.
I like him though. I will say I do like him though. Yo, One Piece freaking oh man, Stampede was freaking just fan service, but it was, trust me, it was fanboy galore, man. Everybody knows that. It was fanboy galore. Really what it was. And but yeah, I don't think we'll ever see any more of his Rogers crew. I think that's it. Maybe one more final flashback, but I think that might be it. I think last show was the last flashback we'll get of him personally. Or maybe you'll get one where he found it and then that's it. Or like, this is what Gold D. Roger left behind with his writings, based on poneglyph markings and shit like that. So I think that's what it'll come down to. Yo, Marcus, join us in the backstage for this. I'm about to end it right here. And guys, there is not going to be an outro this time. We're just ending it. So sayonara. Look forward to me and Mandrill's next conversation of One Piece talk. And by the way, guys, like I said, I'll be taking a 2-week vacation soon. But this week I'm going to try to get these videos out for you guys. And then after that, I'll be gone 2 weeks, and I'll be right. And then after that, I'll be back. I got some studying and some new shit to come back with. So hopefully I come back. I'm coming back with a 2-year hockey boost. So we'll see. But you guys take care. Look forward to our next conversation. Like I said, this has been Jay Takashi and my man Mandro 211. And I will say this: Sabo, Katakuri are freaking awesome. And Zoro, definitely Zoro. So peace out. Y'all have a great night.